Jai Goa. Spiritual or religious or the same. How many of you like this event? कितने लोग आवड़ले हैं? ठीक है. Unfortunately, Mr. Mateen Abdul is a great man. He's supposed to preach over here. He knows all the details about the Kabristan issue. He's the one who has helped me to come up with all these issues, and grateful to you. Mateen ji, please खड़े रहिएगा. मैं सबके सामने कृपया just give him a big clap. He's a great revolutionary. And Imtiaz bhai, Imtiaz na, he's Imtiaz, very nice. Yeah, blessings to you. Okay. Now, I'm so happy. I'm happy to see everybody as their mouth are busy now. But after this thing is totally come down, next to you, left and right, my volunteers have placed some nicely black flowers there. You just had to put up all the garbage there. Father Marvik was there. Is he there? Yeah. Okay. Yes. So we all want to bless you together. It is to bring peace to Goa. No humiliation, no violence. We are sons and daughters of the soil, not second-class citizens. I thought your hands or mouth are still busy. Right? You should be so happy. We are sons and daughters of the... Come on. अरे मैं पहले गलती से वड़ा पाव पहले. लोकशाहीची हत्या थांबवा. बोला. संकवाच्या सरकारची जोखीम. Now, as you are carrying row by row, I would request you to please walk into your right, and this side please walk into your left, and hand over your placard very peacefully. God bless you. I would request Honorable Agnolo Fernandez to please come up and give a bite for us. Give a big clap.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to tell you what is happening at the Five Pillars Church, what the government is trying to do. They are not targeting Dominic, they are targeting every minority group that is here. If you go to the United States, Washington DC, there is a museum, Holocaust Museum, Memorial Museum. After all the exhibits, there is one exhibit there, which is the words of a German pastor, Martin Neumüller. It says, that is a part of the exhibit, it's written on the wall. First they came for the socialists. I didn't speak a word because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the unionists. I didn't speak a word because I was not a unionist. Then they came for the Jews. I didn't speak a word because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and by that time there was nobody to speak for me. I'm happy to see all of you. Because all this time when something was happening to Pastor, we were quiet. When something was happening in Sankaule, only people from Sankaule were taking up the issue. And it is not that the Hindus are getting justice. The father of Siddhi Naik is still crying for justice there. In this land of ours, nobody is getting justice. It is not just the Catholics and the minorities, even the Hindus, the downtrodden, they are not getting justice. What is the sin of Pastor Dominic? They put drugs cases, sound. In my coastal belt, drugs are going on every day. The sound pollution is going on every day. No externment for them. But a pastor who is preaching his own religion, as everybody has told you all, which is the right given by the Constitution, he is being externed for doing what? I mean, again, I'm very happy to see that all of us have come together, Hindus, Muslims, Catholics. We are children of one God. We are children of Goa. Let's keep this unity going. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We are obliged highly. Now we all are moving towards Honorable Collector.
Supporter of the association because atrocities that are happening, आमच्या लोकांचे minorities atrocities that false cases trying to stop them from the constitutional right. ताका लागून येयले आनी आज कॅथलिकूच येवना हातून पयल्यार मुस्लिमूय आहा हांगा हिंदूय आहा आनी सगळे बारीक लोकांचेर एट्रोसिटीज जाता हे टार्गेट करता नॉट ओन्ली डॉमिनिक आता डॉमिनिकाचेर चालू केला बट लायक आय सेड बिफोर इट इज टार्गेटिंग ऑल मायनॉरिटीज कावले वयतले थिंगा आमी पानगडी करता पायपुलाचे शोरूम थिंगा करता आनी बारीक बारीक कॅथलीक आहा बारीक लोक आहा तेंचेर एट्रोसिटी करता हो एक एफोर्ट चालू केला पयले दिसताले क्रिस्तांव मदीं फूट आहा म्हणून फेस्टोज आहा पळय तेंचे बरी सर्जे कॅथलीक ना म्हणून आतां हो एकवट दाखोवपाक सगळे एकठांय येयले आनी आमचे बरें सगळे धर्माचे मनीस आहा सगळे धर्मांक बी कोणाक त्रास जाता तितले सगळे लोक आसा डिमांड केला 6 days पासून चड दिसताले कित्याक 6 days जाय आमी टायम दिला तो जायना जाल्यार आमी फुडें वयतले आमकां सदांच कॅथलिकांक वोट बँक कसो यूज केला बारीक हिंदूंक वोट बँक कसो यूज केला सो हे पळय मॅनिप्युलेशन आहा तें बंद जावंक जाय
Legality all could not. But as per the constitution, as per after 1947, 15th August, with respect to Sangwal Church, need not be only Sangwal Church, any other religious structure, it is an open and shut case. Clear-cut case is there. Other than the Ram Janmabhoomi Babri Masjid issue, the rest all structures will be there as status quo. There will be no digging and no research underneath any other religious structures. That's all. So there is no question of trying to dig and find out whether there is a stone of a temple or a masjid or a church. Stop it. This has to stop somewhere. Otherwise this will continue and continue. And please don't misunderstand or underestimate Christians that we are not tolerant. We are more tolerant than anybody else who speaks about our intolerance. We are so tolerant that more than 134 families have been displaced in Tumba, where the Christian minorities has even offered to give 90 acres of property for the sake of bigger glory of India for science and research. For example, that Vikram Sarabhai Space Center and Indian Space Research Organization, from where the rocket were launched from the geocentric place, which was found to be idle for launching of the rockets, and the Christian community along with their fisher folks willingly gave some 90 acres of land. So nobody should question our integrity anymore here. देव बरें करूं.
चर्चाच्या 18 जानेवारी इन्स्पेक्शन तो तेजे तुमकां कितें सांगता दिसता
कितें
चर्च आहा पळय
Sir, now I am a very fervent Catholic, and usually we have this idea in Goa, like believe in separate Catholicism. But looking at the eyes of Constitution, all of us have the freedom to practice our religion and conduct our religious worship. So he was in his church, आनीक कोण भायलो येता, तेज्या घरान घुसता, ताचेरूच complaint मारता. This is something illogical. And what is much more disgusting is the police filing petition for externment. That is disgusting. This is even illogical. गोंयकारांकूच तूं गोंयचो भायर मारता without having even showing any evidence that something like forced conversion happened. Conversion is made an issue at the national level for a very long time, and God forbid it had not entered Goa so much. आता तें भितर सरता हें कित्याक जाता तें आमकां गमोंक जाय. आनी कन्वर्जन हें उतर म्हणटात जाल्यार सगल्यांक राग येता कितें कितें जाता. कन्वर्जन ह्या उतराचो मिनींग दुसरोच केल्लो आसा, क्रायम कशें केल्लें आसा. पयलीं जरी तर क्रिमिनल जावंक जाय. इफ कन्वर्जन इज अ क्रायम देन इज डॉक्टर बाबासाहेब आंबेडकर हू कन्वर्टेड फ्रॉम हिंदुइजम टू बुद्धिजम. Each one of us had our own reasons, had our own belief system. आमचे बिलीफ जे आसा चेंज जायत रावता, be it scientific belief, be it religious belief. And since the Constitution provides us that freedom to believe in what we want, all these type of things should be kept away. All of us know very clear this is all happening because of politics. Because certain people want to control things, and they know that religion plays a very big role when it comes as a deciding factor when the voters cast their vote. So religious belief does do that. पण आमच्या गोंयांत जे हिंदू क्रिस्तांव आहात आयज पासून कितली जाण आमची हिंदू भाव भयणां आसात, इगोजेनी वयतात, हिंगा थिंगा मागण्यांक वयतात, पूण आपूण हिंदू कशी आपलो धर्म पाळटात. जायते क्रिस्तांवूय आसात, आमी हिंदुआंच्या तांच्या फेस्टिवलांक वयतात, मुस्लिमांच्या फेस्टिवलाक वयतात, पूण क्रिस्तांव कशे आजून आमी आमचो क्रिस्तांव धर्म पाळटात. आमी एकामेकाच्या परबांनी वयतात. काय बरें जालां, कुंकळे गांवांत आतां जालां, पादी घरान देवळाच्या कमिटीक इन्विटेशन दिलें, इगोजेच्या फेस्ताक किंवा म्हूण देवळाच्या कमिटीन पादिकाराक इन्विटेशन दिलें देवळाचे जात्रे किंवा म्हूण हे काय बरें आमचे शांतीन जेवपाचें आमचें मान्य जें आसा आमची चाल जी आसा गोंयकारांची ती सांबाळून दवरूंक जाय. असले नाका जाल्ले इव्हेंट येतात आनी लोक मागीर ते पॉलिटिसायज करून राग आनी दुयेंस घालतात. दे स्प्रेड हेट्रेड टू दीस. इट डिस्ट्रॉयज द पीसफूल स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ गोवा. सो आवर प्रेयर to the politicians, to the people of Goa is let us not mix religion with politics.
तुमकां दिसता की हे सगळे जे जाता जे गोंयकार उणे आहा आनी भायले चड जाले?
पळय अशें आहा कितें जाणा, when I'm interacting with people, no, people are given misinformation, be it history, be it meanings of connotation like secularism. If you see secularism, लोकांक दिसता secularism तुवें सगळ्या देवाक मानूंक जाय. That is not the meaning of secularism. Secularism is under the eyes of the government is not going to give any preference to any religion. But syncretism, religious syncretism, which means a person has belief in multiple religious belief, that is given the notion of secularism. This is only one example. Like that, regarding history of Goa also, a lot of misunderstanding is being spread. हे कित्याक जाता? आमचें शिक्षण उणें आहा. दुसऱ्या गांवचो लोक येवन हिंगा येवन नाका जाल्लें करता तें जाल्लेंच आसा. पण आमचे गोंयकारूच जे आहा न्हू शिकप उणें जाल्लें आहा. देर इज नो टेस्ट इन यंगस्टर्स टुडे फॉर एकेडॅमीक रिसर्च. तांकां सोदून काडपाचें, रिसर्च करपाचें, फुडें शिकपाची ही आस गेल्ली आसा. कित्याक पयले सुवातेर आमचो लोक गरीब आसा. बेगीन पयसो करूंक जाय. बेगीन पयसो करूंक जाय. कितें करतात? फास्ट कितें शिकपाचें आसा तें करतात. बेगीन बोटीर धांवतात नाल्यार पुर्तुगेज पासपोर्ट करून भायर वयतात. चड पयशे करूंक जाय म्हणून. हितून कितें शिकपाचेर मार बसता. आनी आमचें एड्युकेशन सिस्टमूय आसा तें इम्प्रूव जावंक जाय. भायल्या येवन ते जी मेंटॅलिटी आसा जी भायल्या देशांनी चडशे नॉर्दर्न स्टेट्स जे आसात जे धर्माच्या नांवार डिस्क्रिमिनेशन करतात ते जाल्लेंच आसा. हाचेरूय आमी भर घालूंक जाय.
Our church, we Christians as one front, okay, one united front. That's why this name, Goa Christian Federation, and in the name of Goa Christian Federation, we are going to place this memorandum before our authorities. We, the citizens of Goa, having our fundamental right under Article 19 of the Constitution of India, unitedly resolve as under to submit memorandum of the peace protest as under 1. That we have sought the Honorable Collector of North Goa, Panjim, along with a copy of the agitation to inform the Honorable Collector Dr. Sneha Gitte of North Goa and the District Magistrate that the fundamental rights of the minority community have been deprived and that government powers are being used to victimize the minority community. Therefore, number 2, in order to draw the attention of the government authorities to major issues affecting the minority community in Goa, who are being deprived by the current ruling dispensation, we have decided to schedule a peace protest between 13 to 15 January 2024 under the leadership of the Church of Goa and the minority community to draw the attention of the collector, the chief minister, and the police authorities of Goa under Article 19 of the Constitution. Number 3, to preserve Goa's reputation and avoid a traffic jam during the Purple Feast, we have postponed our planned protest with the peace rally at Azad Maidan on January 15, 2024 in order to obtain all necessary permissions from various departments in order to carry out our grievances. Number 4, that as citizens of India and residents of Goa, we have lived in peace and harmony for many years with all communities without any discrimination or divisions and happily enjoyed our fundamental rights in the past. But recently it has been discovered that under the influence of the ruling government, attempts at religious polarization against Christians, Muslims and other minor communities have been fostered, depriving them of their privileges and fundamental rights. Number fundamental rights, then we have A, that sensitive issues such as Sankwal Church, a particular group of people violating the actual judicial issue behind the personal gains fostering discrimination under the religious colors. It is mere attempt only before the election to create the heat and make it an issue of law and order while victimizing the local worshippers of the Sankwali Church. It is certainly humiliation and violation of human rights. B. Churches in South Goa and North Goa are lacking the cemetery issues. The municipal offices already have received orders from the Human Rights Commission that the provision of the cemetery should be made available by the local civil body. C. In South Goa, the Muslim community has been kept on the false assurance of granting them a Qabristan for a long time. But the government or the local body does not seem to have any interest or care to provide them a Qabristan, which seems rather suspicious. Whether the admeasuring land for the Qabristan is actually available or not is yet to be determined. D. Criminal action against the Christian priest. Pastor Dominic D'Souza and his wife, Mrs. Joan D'Souza, was illegally framed with false charges without any investigation, and they were made victims. Pastor Dominic and his wife, being the dignified priests of the Christian community, many people have been blessed through their noble social and spiritual activities for the betterment of the society. Whereas the inappropriate and illegal application of ruling government has made them victims of false charges, and they have filed FRI depriving them of the fundamental and human rights. So much so that without any criminal records, evidence or convictions against them, and that even the matters pending in the court were not verified, and instead fabricated reports and facts were placed before the police, leading to his wrongful arrest early morning at 3:30 on 1st January 2024. It is a total violation of Constitution of India and targeting the conspiring Christian leaders and the community. Does the Constitution of India support the procedure of externment against the priests, sadhus or mullahs and release the criminals free at lance in a community? Are the police given authority or mastered by the ruling party so much to apply inhuman victimization of the innocents to crave unconventional benefits? Number 5. Overall, to say that the land of Goa, although blessed through the Christian community, especially in the arena of the revenue through holy shrines, churches and tourism, they have been targeted only for the sake to create a vote bank under a scheme of polarization through religious discrimination. Number 6. And all the other minority communities also face the same experience of negligence and intentional ignorance, to be victimized as always. 7. Therefore, with the Memorandum of Peace Protest, this is to essentially place these demands to immediately resolve within 60 days from the date of this protest as under: A. Issue directions to the government officers and civil authorities to provide and make it available the place for cemetery to Christian community and protect their rights to a dignified burial. B. Issue directions to find out the dimensions of actual Qabristan land issue for the Muslim community and help them acquire the sanctioned land for their rights to a dignified burial. C. Issue directions to find out actual available land out of the sanctioned land by the orders of the Honorable High Court. D. Take strict action against the officers who have filed fabricated complaints against the Christian priest Pastor Dominic and his wife. E. Revoke the externment Tadipad procedures against the priests of the Christian community of Goa and cancel all the false and fabricated proceedings against him. F. Put an end to religious discrimination while legal action against the antagonists. G. Arrest the actual culprit from Tamil Nadu who has filed bogus complaint against the pastor and his wife. Number 8, to defend and demonstrate our fundamental rights, we have maintained silence, that is peace, law and order, and have followed all the necessary legal procedures to protest in peace. 9, as a result of the failure to resolve and issue protective orders providing security to the minority community and protecting their civil and fundamental rights, the Goan Christian Federation will raise its voice with a stern form of protest and a widespread movement throughout the state of Goa, and will also bring the bodies of the dead before the government offices unless the cemetery and the Kabristan are provided. Number 10. Failure to take action against the officers who drafted bogus charges against the priest and his wife will result in a protest of the uncommon nature of sensitive manners. Looking forward to resolve the above matter within the rights we enshrine in the Constitution, with a priority to protect the civil, human and fundamental rights of the citizens, providing them security and independence, and to live in peace. Herewith, we the members of the United Front of Goa Christian Federation and other minority members place our signatures as below. The Executive Committee of Goa Christian Federation and minority civilians as below, and the signatures will be sent. So this is the memorandum that we will place before the authorities. I know we are getting a little late. Okay, the last 5 minutes. पहिले स्वाती तुमकां सगल्यांक आमी काळजांतान देव बरें करूं म्हणटा, कित्याक वेळ काडून तुमी हांगासर आयल्यात. It's not easy to come on a working day here in this place. But because we all believe that we are children of God, and because we all believe that we are one community, we have come here together. So thank you for your time, thank you for your patience and your support in this peace protest. Our thanks goes on Dev Bore Kuru Munda Kirit Bashin Corporation of the City of Panjim for the permission that was granted to us to use this Azad maidan. Our thanks also to District Magistrate North Goa, Panjim Goa. Our thanks to Panjim Police, Traffic Police, Panjim Town Police. There are persons in charge of the garden supervisors. We also thank them. A very special thanks to 3 persons. Okay, Father Savio Fernandez, the President of the Goa Christian Federation, you have seen him. Then we have Advocate Vikas Wagmare and Advocate John Samuel, who also spoke here. Now these 3 persons, with the Executive Committee members and some pastors, they worked hard to give out the information, to give out the call, to call you for this protest, peace protest, and at the same time seek all the necessary permissions. It's a lot of running to be done, and they have done it with a lot of love and joy, not only for the Christian community, but for the good of the humanity. So I would like to sincerely thank all of you. My dear friends, what separates us is very, very less than what unites us. It is God who unites us, and these are the occasions we need to use to be united. Irrespective of the community, ecclesial community that we belong to. We all God's children, we all believe in God, and we come here as one united Christian front, Goa Christian Federation. And any time there is any sort of problem, we need to come as one community that is loving peace, at the same time community that is also demanding for their constitutional rights. So thank you very much for coming here. A special thanks to all the pastors. So many of them have worked silently. So I would like to thank all of them, the media, those who worked hard with the placards, and जो जायतो दुसरो वावर केला सगल्यांक देव बरें करूं, देवान आमचेर सगल्यांचेर आपलो आशीर्वाद घालूं. थँक्यू.
Now, maybe this media people, I would like to request you to this thing. You may have to change this. You have got all the placards in your hands. I would request.